ladies and gentlemen, the match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the wrestler on my left. He is from, in his words, he is just come from marking the schoolwork of your idiot children.
Why do I have to do all the work? Come on, join in a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr.Rikki!
Rikki!
And now his opponent, the wrestler on my right. He is from Leeds. He weighs 100 pounds. He is Fenton, the Turquoise Terror!
Ring a bell!
Go on, Fenton!
Whoa.
Hello, we are back. Oh, Rikki. We are.
This is my PPW debut. Now, I've been watching PPW for the last few months and I had to get myself down here. Do you know why? Because
Why is that,
I've
Rikki?
seen what's going on down here. Someone,
Good quality coaching.
calls himself a trainer.
Hey, he's pointing at me there.
A bunch of morons, reprobates, like this guy.
Oh, but hey,
What's this guy's problem?
Fenton is not a reprobate, I'll tell you that.
Oh, the Turquoise Terror. Well done for alliteration, everybody. Well done.
Hey, we spent hours coming up with that. Hours.
More like a turquoise tragedy.
Oh, he's also used alliteration there. I am Liam Slater. I am head coach here at PPW. I am joined by Nick Mason.
Well, Liam, how does a school teacher like this become part of a PPW roster?
I mean, I missed the joke. Unbelievable. Well,
Yeah, you look a bit. What's going on here? Like, you quite clearly year 7. I can see with your big backpack coming into school.
hey, there is nothing wrong with a big backpack.
Year 11 boys.
I don't think he'll pass a school inspection with that attitude.
Oh,
Right, let's go. I'll teach you how to wrestle, kid.
Confident. Teaching him the rules, teaching him how to wrestle from Mr.Rikki.
I mean, would you say that Mr.Rikki sees Fenton, the Turquoise Terror, the same way as he looks at his school students, his pupils?
I mean, I would hope that he doesn't beat up his school students, but I think there's definitely something to it. I definitely think that Rikki has a sense of superiority over other wrestlers, especially when they're a little bit on the smaller side, such as Fenton.
I mean, I think we all had that teacher in school that was a bit more strict than the others, and I think Mr.Rikki may embody that.
Oh, look at that bridge out of the Japanese stranglehold. Comes back
Whoa.
up again. Pops his own Japanese stranglehold. Maybe Fenton teaching Rikki a thing or two. And you're absolutely right. Mr. Bird, I hope you're not doing well. Oh, Rikki also going in with a bridge. Not as smooth as Fenton. Not as smooth.
So, from training these students, Liam, what can you tell me about Fenton, the Turquoise Terror?
Well, I mean, the name Turquoise Terror brings fear into the hearts of many a men. He's a lovely lad. He's Fenton. I'm not going to lie. He's got a great personality about it. He's always smiling. He's always living life. But don't underestimate the fight. If you look at the left arm that is currently being worked on, Rikki, obviously an astute character, maybe not quick enough to keep up with Fenton though, as he arm ringers him out of that from a wristlock reversal. Rikki, obviously astute, noticed the bandage or the protective cast on Fenton's left arm. He broke his arm, and that didn't stop him from wrestling. I feel like Mr.Rikki should be a man of his word here for this handshake.
I'll give him a chance.
And that the good nature of Fenton, always giving second chances.
Is that bandage a bullseye, though?
I would absolutely say that bandage is a bullseye. It's easy to take it apart. It's easy to look for it. Maybe, oh, there we go. Grabs him by the left, straight with the arm takeover. Two firemen's carries it over. Ring that arm, in full control of it. Hair pull coming in there and driven down to the ground.
What's that hairs? The rules. Pipe down.
And you've got to wonder, is the size advantage that Rikki has here, is that going to come into play now as he picks him up and slams him down to the ground? A lazy pin there, Nick. A lazy pin from Rikki.
This is already telling me that Mr.Rikki is underestimating Fenton. He's already thinks it's going to be an easy win.
I agree. I think Rikki is underestimating Fenton. I think he's taking him for light work, and Fenton has been underestimated his entire life. A small lad, £100, I believe.
£100. That's.
It's not a large man. It's more than I've got in my bank account, but it's not a large man.
But that could make him a fast man, and that's where Mr.Rikki needs to focus his attention.
Hooks him in for a hammerlock. Pulls him up into a back suplex position.
Oh!
Hates that back suplex. Luckily, Fenton managed to get his arm out. Didn't have... Jesus Christ, Fenton. Didn't have that arm hooked in, and I think that was a crucial moment for Fenton to get that out.
I think at some point in this match, Mr.Rikki is going to realise that it's not going to be as easy as he thought it would. And that's when he might start to slip, once he realises that he bit off a bit more than he can chew. And believe me, Mr.Rikki doesn't like chewing.
I mean, big knee there from Mr.Rikki. Doing well in his debut here tonight. Fenton also making his PPW in-house debut, but Fenton's a bit of I don't want to say veteran of the scene, but he's been around for a good number of years now. Spent time training with Grapple when Grapple was open. Has appeared on places like Rise, and has made a little bit of a name for himself. Look at that, pushing the rules right to the limit there, Nick. Do you think that Rikki likes rules or dislikes the rules?
I think he likes his rules.
That's a great point. I do think he has his own set of rules. I bet that in a classroom, he's awful. Picks him up, drops him on that shin breaker there. Steps around the back, hooks him in for a big back suplex. Bit of a Laz classic for you there. Now, I'm going to touch on a point here, showing the inexperience of Rikki, not in life, but in the wrestling ring. He had high hips there. His hips were up towards the ceiling. Easier for Fenton to kick out. And Fenton, even though he's a smaller man, knows how to kick out of moves. Picks him up in a power slam, drops down the back. Fenton pushes Rikki into the corner. Pop to the outside from Rikki, but Fenton manages to stay on his feet. Rikki thinks he's too smart for this, but he's clearly not. Rolls straight over the top. Big height, big elevation. Ducks the clothesline. Comes in for a sling blade from Fenton.
He got some really good momentum in that swing as well.
And like you were saying earlier on, the speed that Fenton moves with is crucial. Is crucial to get the advantage in matches like this. And I think, like you were saying earlier on, with Rikki biting off more than he could chew. Mr. Perfect neck snap there from the Fentonius one. Just a 2 again. You were saying earlier on, Rikki biting off more than he can chew. I think that is the case. Fenton, with his experience in ring, this is really showing now that a twister Fenton coming at you straight into a full Nelson. Full Nelson slam. Hell of a move there from Mr.Rikki, but can't capitalise.
No, I think the Turquoise Terror has kind of taken some out of Mr.Rikki. You know what I mean? He didn't make that easy for him, put it that way.
Absolutely not. This is not the classroom. This is a wrestling ring. And I think Mr.Rikki's finding out that in the wrestling ring, equal shapes and sizes don't massively matter. It's about the heart of the fighter. But a big punch there, and a punch to the top of the head is going to knock you silly. A chop there coming in from Rikki. Looking for another one maybe. Keeping that left arm, the weakened arm of Fenton. And a punch in the corner. And now just grounding him, pounding him into that corner.
Now he's starting to ignore the rules a bit. It goes back to what we were saying earlier. He only likes his own rules. He doesn't like following rules.
I wonder what Mr.Rikki is like when Ofcom come to school. I bet he's horrendous.
I bet the kids are dreading when going to his classes.
What do you think Mr.Rikki teaches? I think he's a geography teacher.
I don't know.
And hold on a second, he's just being rocked with a back elbow. And another back elbow from Fenton. Does the clothesline. Bam! Big flying clothesline there. Second dose of Fenton time. And Fenton time stops for no man. That was solely a 2. Crowd here calling for Fenton to finish the match.
See, because of the weight difference between the two, Mr.Rikki is going to get tired a lot faster than Fenton.
True, but stalling. Big hang time on that belly to belly. But once again, we were talking about the inexperience of Rikki here. High hips, not a good cover. Allowed Fenton to turn his hips. I tell you. Well,
he needs to think about hooking the leg in these kind of covers.
He does. I mean, Rikki proving that he's not a maths teacher.
He's calculating enough.
That was very good, Nick. I enjoyed that. Up onto the shoulders. Fenton struggling. Slides down the back.
Flip.
Hooks him. Ropes
Again,
there.
close.
Unfortunate with the positioning. Kick into the stomach. It's Fenton time. Catches him. Comes down. Rolls through. Catches his deep. 1, 2. And that, Mr.Rikki, is the free for the finish of the match. Fenton wins over Mr.Rikki.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Fenton. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing the first tag team on my left. Firstly, he is from Woodstock Festival. He is the Peaceful Pugilist. He is the Luthers of Love. He is the Bret Hart of Bonds. He is Velvet Vaughan. And his tag team partner, from the streets of Brickhouse, he is the Jake the Snake of Getting Bait. He is the infamous Jet Marshall. And their opponents, the tag team on my left. Firstly, he is from Klown at the post office, at the Postmaster's General House. He is rocking that dad bod. He is Posty Malone. And his tag team partner, from the fiery towns of Chesterfield. He weighs 165 pounds. He is fiery. He is Aiden Sparks.
Underway with not with singles actions. We've just had singles action. This is tag team action. Velvet Vaughan and Jet Marshall, an unlikely pairing against Fiery Delivery, Posty Malone. In with a hug, Posty Malone and Aiden Sparks. 4 well-loved members of the PPW roster here. Nick Mason, who do you think is going to come out on top?
Well, now you've got a new tag team, Velvet Vaughan and Jet Marshall,
Absolutely.
against an experienced tag team that's been having problems in Posty Malone and Aiden Sparks.
Absolutely.
So how do you think this is going to turn out?
Do you know what? You can go a variety of different ways. Velvet Vaughan and Jet Marshall have had... Oh, look at that. An unconventional reversal there from Posty Malone. Jet Marshall and Velvet Vaughan have had interactions in the past. They were in a 4-way against each other, and I think they've come to the mutual love of gardening, which has ended them in a unlikely pairing of a tag team. I think, though, that the experienced duo of Fiery Delivery, Posty Malone and Aiden Sparks, are going to come out on top.
Yeah. I mean, all tag teams have problems at the end of the day. I mean, No two people agree with each other 24/7.
Oh, I mean, absolutely not. Nick, you would know with the how many 50 wives that you've had. Like, you can't keep those pleased at all times. There's a big monkey flip there coming out. Big monkey flip and a big senton coming out of Velvet Vaughan there.
49, actually. I'm still to marry one.
I see. Very good. Very good. Big breakout there. Big forearm club from Posty Malone. Sets him in the corner. Pulls him out. Posty flip over the top and followed up with a drop kick. And now what we're probably going to see here is the tag from Special Delivery. Oh, and we've come... Maybe not. I was expecting a tag out of the experienced tag team, but clearly not. Jet Marshall does hit very, very hard. Confident, Jet Marshall, confident in his approach. Oh, fighting words from Posty Malone. Heavy chop there from Jet Marshall. Posty Malone delivering it. He's chopped enough dogs in his lifetime to know how to deliver a chop.
You know, the thing about the chops is you need your chest to breathe.
Absolutely.
And you need to be breathing during a match like this.
Absolutely. It takes the wind out of you. It stops you for a second. It holds you for a second. When you...
First disagreement.
Oh my word. Jet Marshall not taking any of that. Big back and forth. Chop exchange. We get a duck there. Oh, big overhand chop.
One.
And now we make the tag from the experienced tag team. I'm not entirely sure on what Aiden Sparks was looking at there. Whoa, drop toe hold and a low leg drop to the lower back of Jet Marshall from Aiden Sparks.
And that's a double T move that they've established through experience.
Absolutely. There was a good in-syncness out of them there. In-syncness is not a word, but I'm using it anyway. Pulled him back to the centre again, Aiden Sparks. With this experienced team, he knows that he can't leave Jet Marshall and Velvet Vaughan too close together or else they'll make that tag. And now we're firing back and forth with some forearm exchanges. Dropped into an atomic drop there from Aiden Sparks. And again, another tag coming in. Aiden holding up. An atomic drop coming there. Bam! Hesitation drop kick out of Posty Malone there. And that wasn't the cleanest tag exchange from Fiery Delivery. Again, just another sign that they are off kilter with each other.
And Jet Marshall has not had much opportunity to get Velvet Vaughan in the ring yet.
No, and again, due to tag experience, they've done a good job of cutting the ring in half. You'd like to think that if Velvet Vaughan and Jet Marshall had a little bit more tag experience than them, we would see some more tagging. And was that Aiden Sparks telling Posty Malone to just get out of the ring?
I mean...
Oh, big shoulder tackle, turning Jet Marshall inside out. And just a 2 count there for Posty.
Posty Malone's been like a big brother to Aiden Sparks, and would you say that it's a sense of a younger brother trying to prove himself to a big brother?
I would absolutely say so. I think Aiden Sparks is, for all intents and purposes, a bully beater. He wants to beat bullies and he wants to take people on. The problem with that is that sometimes you've got to rely on people, and I think Aiden's got to go through that growing pain of understanding that. But at the moment, big boot there from Jet Marshall. Fires one back in from Aiden Sparks. Double clothesline, and we see both men down on the ground. Now, the question here is Aiden going to go and make this tag? Or does he think that he can do it all by himself?
But just imagine how much energy Velvet Vaughan's preserved being out on the apron.
A ton of energy, all the energy. Like, you've got to imagine that he's going to come in as a house of fire. Jet Marshall, quick pull back on, making the tag there to Velvet Vaughan. And Aiden Sparks didn't make the tag. He could have made the tag and just waited for it. Up we come into sidewalk slam position onto a backbreaker. Lovely execution out of Velvet Vaughan there. Big Northern Light suplex there. What a combination from Velvet Vaughan.
What a bridge. I think a lot of people have been getting inside Aiden's head, making out that he needs Posty Malone. And I think he's starting to let it get to him a little bit. And
absolutely, and I think Aiden sees people doing stuff. He sees people succeeding. He wonders if that's for him. He wonders if he needs to be in a tag team. And it's not... Oh, big shotgun drop kick there from Aiden Sparks. Looking for that cover. Vaughan gets that kick out. And again, you would think here, really, Aiden should be looking for this tag.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with how much time Vaughan's
hang on a minute.
Oh,
Posty Malone has just dropped off the apron.
Tough love.
Big knee from Jet Marshall there. Hooks him in. DDT. Pounded.
Would you say that's tough love from Posty?
I think that is tough love from Posty. There we go. With the tag. Hooks him in.
Oh, launched off
drop
one.
bomb there.
Impressive win.
An incredible scene there, and more descent coming out of Fiery Delivery.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, Velvet Vaughan and the Infamous Jet Marshall. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the wrestler on my left. He's from Leeds and he weighs 265 pounds. He is Joshua Kemper. And his opponent, the wrestler on my right. He is from Bexhill, weighing 800 tons, give or take. He is Orange Shoes, Luca Blake.
Back in action here, and it's a fairly visible story that we've got in front of us. Thrown down to the ground is Orange Shoes, fighting from underneath, has yet to get a win here at PPW, facing off a debuting Joshua Kemper, a large man, a huge behemoth of a man, and if the odds were not stacked against Orange Shoes already, they certainly are against the man known as Kemper.
Oh, I don't know if you saw what I just saw, but Joshua Kemper didn't step through the ropes, he stepped over the ropes.
I absolutely saw him step over the ropes. He also put his hand through Luca Blake.
This is probably the biggest guy we've got in PPW. But we don't know who he is. Do you know more about him, Liam?
Yeah, I've known Joshua for a good long while now. From being a young guy, I've seen him grow. He disappeared for a while. He's come back with a mean attitude. He's angry at the world, it feels. I don't know too much about his character. I still feel like, oh, good Lord, I do know that he can deliver one hellacious shoulder tackle.
I mean, I saw a look in his eyes, and all I can say is rather Luca Blake than me.
I mean, look, I don't shy away from physicality or anything like that, but good Lord, he's a physical man. But you cannot underestimate the heart of Luca Blake. Big leapfrog coming up. Get away those shoes tied. Got to make sure that you have shoe hygiene.
Old Tango Toes himself.
Oh, hold on. Oh. Well, I tell you what, if there is somebody that can stop the power of the shoes, it's Joshua Kemper, and he absolutely stopped. I don't think I've ever seen anybody catch a shoe like that. And now, if the tides weren't turned before, they are absolutely tied. I tell you what, Nick, tell me, what are your thoughts and feelings about Luca Blake? How do you feel about seeing this plucky underdog that we've got here at PPW?
I mean, being an underdog's one thing, but I'm almost certain he's never been in the ring with anybody as big as Joshua Kemper.
No, it's a difficult one. When you wrestle someone that is so much larger than you, everything takes more effort. So, say in the beginning phase there, where Luca Blake was trying, and getting mouthy now. This stoic man that started out, I think now that he's in full control, feels more comfortable in this role. But as what I was saying, everything that he's doing, every throw that he gives Luca Blake, just muscling him up and thrown to the ground, everything takes that little bit more out of you. And Luca Blake is just struggling through this. I feel for him. Just a 2 count though off of that big spine buster.
Joshua Kemper's taking his time. He's not rushing into anything.
And he doesn't need to rush into anything. He's got all the time in the world here. And I would love to think that this could be the turning point for Orange
come
Shoes.
On. The suplex from that height is not going to be good. Oh!
Big stalling suplex there. And that's a skyscraper of a suplex.
I don't think Orange Shoes has been up that high before.
But here's the thing, though. He could have just stayed down. He could have taken that, and that been the loss. It's not like he's got a win streak going. He's definitely got a losing streak going. But he kicked out, and he keeps fighting, and he keeps kicking out. Scraped off the ground, sent into the ropes, but manages to hook on. Gets that boot up, didn't catch it that time. Spin kick from Shoes, a combo, big high kick, hits it.
Educated feet.
Up to the second rope, goes for the crossbody, and a terrible mistake there.
Oh,
huge
wow.
Side slam there from Josh Kemper, big impact.
Again, that high.
And I feel like there's almost like a shocked quiet that comes over the audience whenever Kemper hits something big, because you just feel for Orange Shoes. Playing with his meat, so to speak. But again, big hard buckle there. Moved the ring.
No.
And everything look how big Kemper's feet are. I'm looking at them now, and they must be size 15 at least. And that hand is a big hand, and it is around the throat of Orange Shoes Luca Blake. That might be the way that Luca Blake wins this match, by Josh Kemper not caring about the rules and gets disqualified.
But I don't think he'd want that kind of win. I don't.
No, absolutely. Luca Blake wants to win. He wants to get a pinfall or a submission. But, hey, he might not have an option. He might not have a choice. He's been choked on the ropes again. And again, the weight advantage that Joshua Kemper has here, you feel for Luca Blake, because everything just takes it out of you.
But every part of his body is like that.
What a drop kick there. A man like Joshua Kemper leaping through the air. Surely Luca Blake must be out now.
And you said yourself, he's got big feet.
Huge feet. He drop kicked him there, and he touched his belly button and his collarbone at the same time. Some life there, and you can feel the crowd sticking with Orange Shoes here, sticking with Luca Blake. Maybe an inexperience from Joshua Kemper there, not going for the cover quick enough, or even just going for a cover at all. Should he have followed it up with something? Sends him back into that corner again.
Throws him with such force.
Crushed him. A crushing clothesline in the corner from Joshua Kemper. Sets up for it one more time. Orange Shoes moves out of the way. Still manages to have some speed. Throws those educated feet in, like you were saying. Hits that bottom rope for the big high kick there. Catches him right in the temple. Orange Shoes hits the ropes. Joshua Kemper avoids a big boot.
I think he got all of that.
Oh, and a double big boot there. So here we have the size of Joshua Kemper versus the educated feet of Orange Shoes, and you've got to think Orange Shoes knows where to hit, and if you get caught on the chin, you're dropping.
I think Orange Shoes really needs to be the first man to his feet right now, and right now it looks like Joshua Kemper's almost there.
Joshua Kemper on his knees is probably as tall as Orange Shoes on his feet. Big overhand chop there. It might have been a mistake. Oh, flying strike there. Oh, giving it everything he's got. Big forearm there, nearly throwing Orange Shoes out of the ring. Big super kick, drops him, and again, probably caught him on the chin. And if you get caught on the chin, you're dropping, and just a 2 count there for Orange Shoes.
You see, now the match has been going on a while. This is where Luca Blake's at the advantage. He's preserved more energy. A big guy like Joshua Kemper, he's going to run out of energy a lot quicker than Luca Blake.
So I think it's a gas tank that refills more than anything else. I think Luca Blake has the ability to refill his gas tank quicker. And that's where we're seeing these strikes throwing through, up onto the shoulders.
That's dangerous.
Oh, thrown out and crushed him. An awkward landing, and the winner of the match, Joshua Kemper.
Joshua Kemper!
Liam! Next PPW show, I want me and Posty right here in PPW.
You know what, I know you've had a lot of issues.
You're right.
If this is what it's needed to sort this and get it settled and all that, you got it. So next time you're here, you and Posty in the ring, one-on-one. I promise you.
You're right about that.
You got it, okay?
You know, people are just requesting matches around here. I'm just hearing all this stuff going on here, and we're just trying to just play the piano and having a bit of a chill time in this beautiful room and all that kind of stuff. I'll tell you what, how about we have a match tonight? I would love to have a match with you tonight. What do you think about that? I'll be honored.
Do you know what, I'm doing some commentary, but I can get someone to cover commentary for me. If you want to have a match tonight, let's have a match tonight. Let's do it.
The Music Man, Liam Slater up there, rock and roll in the building tonight. Now let me finish this piano, please. Okay, here we go. And I want to see that leg moving as well.
Right,
Okay,
well,
good.
I'll move it in ring for you, okay? You start playing.
No problem.
You
I'll
keep
bring it
playing.
down a
Go.
little bit, okay. Cool, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the wrestler on my right. He's from the city of Bradford. He is the post-modern pro wrestler. He is Liam Slater. And his opponent, the wrestler on my left, from the gate of Graceland. He weighs 255 pounds. The Music Man.
And here we go with match number 4 of the night. I am Orange Shoes Luca Blake.
And I'm Nick Basin. Obviously, Liam Slater is not joining us right now as he's the man in the ring.
And he is up against the Music Man, Lewis Hall.
And believe me, nobody knows more about you than your own trainer. They even know things about you that you don't know about yourself.
Oh yeah, and there's absolutely no doubt that Liam is a very thorough trainer. He will know all of his students inside and out.
Absolutely, and as somebody yourself who trains under Liam, what advice would you give to the Music Man right now?
I would say if you want to beat Liam, you've got to try and throw something in that you've not used before. It's risky, it's innovative, and it can go wrong.
Absolutely.
Hey, big pop from the crowd there.
Off to a friendly start.
Yeah, we'll see how long this lasts.
puss on the hat.
Maybe it's made by the same magical people that made my shoes.
Exactly. I need to find that tailor.
Mm.
Now it's the referee's turn.
Crowd making their voices heard here.
Oh.
Look at him go. Look at him go.
It's like the Jackson 3.
He's seen it all. Liam's seen it all. He's done. He's out. Oh no, he's coming back. Okay.
Okay, time to get serious. And how are you, by the way? You had your hands full earlier with Joshua Kemper.
Yeah, I just rung the bell for this match, and it's not the first time I've had my bell rung this evening. Yeah, that match against Kemper was tough. I'm still a little bit achy, but I'm glad to be sitting here. We've got donuts, we've got a mic, we've got a nice comfy chair. What more could you want? And most importantly, no one's beating me up either, which is even better.
Well, it is good to be on this side of the ring, I'll be honest.
Absolutely.
Right, so now the wrestling's gotten underway. Do you think this is going to be a clean match, or?
Yeah, if I know Music Man or Liam, I would say that they're both going to want to do this by the book. They're going to want to win this right. They are going to want to win, but they both feel like men who, if they don't win in a true and just way, then it won't feel like a win. So I feel like they're both going to go down the route of doing it the right way.
Yeah, I think if the Music Man beats Liam, this is really going to lift him up in terms of his placement on the roster.
Oh, 100%.
But how do you think that would affect Liam as the trainer, as the head coach of PPW, if he was to lose to the Music Man?
I think it would have a big impact. I mean, Liam's record at PPW is pretty 50-50 actually, and the crowd are going absolutely insane for the Music Man here. But as I was saying, Liam's record in PPW is hit and miss. He's had some great matches. Of course, he lost to Eve Bateman a few shows ago. He lost to Joe Wade.
Yep.
I feel like a loss to Music Man would be a huge upset here, and I'm not sure where Liam would go from there. Perhaps we'll have to find out.
Well, Liam, outside of PPW, he does compete all over Great Britain. He's one of the household names on the Great British Wrestling circuit.
Absolutely.
Anybody who follows British wrestling knows who Liam Slater is. And not only that, the students of the PPW Academy, they get a lot of credentials just by people knowing them as training under Liam Slater.
Watch your language, Music Man. There's kids in the crowd. Yeah, as you were saying, that being associated with Liam Slater is a huge rub in the British indie scene.
Oh, absolutely.
Tight knuckle lock here. Liam rolling out. Wow. And this is what Liam Slater does best. Really systematic, fluid, liquid wrestling, I believe they call it.
One of the best chain wrestlers in the entire country, without a doubt.
Absolutely.
There's not a moment goes by when the Music Man doesn't give people something to react to. He's man's got so much electricity.
Exactly. He's just so entertaining. He's just absolutely pure charisma. Like, you can't teach that. You either got it or you haven't. And Music Man has it in truckloads.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, roll up here. Just a 2. The tight headlock here.
Yeah, and look at the foot stance. Look at the footwork on Liam Slater as well.
Yeah, it makes it very hard to get out of a hold like that when your feet are wide and you've got a really steady pose, or stance even. Oh, big shoulder tackle from the Music Man though.
Music Man's definitely got the size advantage.
And that can go a long way, as you might be aware of earlier in the night. I'm sorry to bring it up there.
Nice. I'm used to it at this point. I'm over it. I'm used to being at the wrong end of a size advantage in most of my matches, and I can tell you how big of a difference it makes, as we saw earlier tonight in my match, as you were saying. So Music Man's on top here. This is quite surprising to see Liam reeling like this.
He's getting shots in the head on the turnbuckle. That's going to leave Liam Slater a bit dazed and confused.
Absolutely.
Or not, in this case.
The thing is, a Music Man, he's such a jovial and upbeat character. It distracts people from the fact he's a very solid ring worker as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, essentially that could be considered mind games.
Oh, definitely. As someone who is also quite a huge turnbuckle there.
I don't think Liam Slater knows where he is at the minute.
I wouldn't blame him. That was a huge impact.
And this is where the Music Man needs to capitalise.
Of course, we were saying Music Man's very charismatic. He loves the crowd, but at the same time, you've got to get to a point where you've got to focus on the match and get the job done. And I feel like this is where he's going now.
Music Man's going up high.
Slater moves.
I think Liam Slater suckered him in.
Quick count. Oh, nearly had him.
Keeps hold of him. Again, that chain wrestling.
Big suplex here. Ooh, big impact.
Liam's trying to end it by the looks of it, but the Music Man's resilient.
He's going in for the kill now. I think he can sense the blood. He can sense Music Man's tiring a bit.
You know, one thing they always say about a trainer is your trainer teaches you everything you know, but they don't teach you everything they know.
Exactly. Now, having trained with Liam, I know how many different styles of wrestling he's comfortable with, and you never know which version of Liam you're going to get when you get in the ring with him.
I mean, let's be honest, Liam Slater's probably forgotten more about wrestling than a lot of people will ever know.
Oh, big turnbuckle again. Ooh. Quite close to the ropes there, but Music Man opted to put the shoulder up instead. Shows he's still got a bit of fight left in the tank.
I mean, Liam's not wasting time. He's not trying to drag it out when he has a chance to go for a cover. He goes for that cover. I mean, he's showing me right now that he's in it to win, basically.
Yeah. He's a very efficient wrestler, I'd say is the best way to describe it.
Absolutely.
Big European uppercut. Oh, he's going for a signature move here. We've seen this before. Coming in for the second one. Oh, he's moved.
Liam's favouring his lower back.
Music Man absolutely laying those shots in.
Irish whip.
Oh, big elbow. He's getting a lot of momentum together here now. Liam's got to be careful. Oh, big boot. Oh, I don't think he got all of it. I think if he had got a full connection on that, that could have been it.
Do you think after this match that Liam's going to look at the Music Man differently, maybe have more respect for him?
I think so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like a lot of the matches we've seen Music Man in, it's just been him being him really. And in this scenario against a real wrestler like Liam, he's had to step it up and change his mindset slightly. I feel like Liam will respect that.
Absolutely. I mean, personality-wise, these guys are at the complete opposite end of the scale.
Yeah, Liam, of course, very serious, the postmodern wrestler, very down-to-earth, very, very business-minded in the ring. And then, of course, Music Man is... Oh, nearly had him there.
Very close.
I think Liam might be surprised on how much of a fight Music Man's put in here.
Oh, yeah, I mean... I think... for the Music Man to be in the ring right now with Liam Slater, there's got to be no Liam's must have had an existing level of respect for the Music Man to get in the ring with him like this, but I think that's going to have gone up tenfold, win, lose or draw for the Music Man, or for Liam Slater for that matter.
Whoa. Nathan Black. Nathan Black has dived in, and that is DQ.
Whoa.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the wrestler in the top left corner. He is from Barnsley, weighing 210 pounds. He is the professional William Valour. And his opponent, the wrestler on the right, from Bucharest, Romania, weighing 98 kilos, he is Mr. Vampire Radu Bulat. And now, introducing opponent number 3, he is representing the Freak Show, weighing 500 bags of popcorn. He's accompanied by Freaky Felicia. He is Axel the Klown.
Hello once again after a disappointing result but one fun match. Liam Slater, myself. I am back on commentary again. Oh, good lord, I cannot say that word today. Back on commentary again with Nick Mason. And we have triple threat action. Big pop for referee.
Welcome back, Liam.
Thank you. Disappointing result, I've just said, but here we are. That's in the past, and now we have triple threat action.
Well, I was really enjoying that last match, Liam. I wish it ended differently.
So, couple of different factors into this. An evolving scene, and we might have just heard Radu say the more things change, the more they stay the same. Nick, do you have any more information on that?
Well, going back, Radu Bulat, he was the Romanian sniper. He was overlooked. He was. Oh,
hold on a minute. He's got some words to say as a Romanian. Oh, never mind. I thought he had some words, but he had some hand signals instead. And a big clothesline from the professional, William Valour.
Yeah, Radu, he didn't get the opportunities that he deserved. I'll be honest, he did deserve them. He worked hard. You know, the guy's physique's incredible. Probably one of the best physiques in PPW, and I think you'd have to agree with that.
I would absolutely agree with that.
But he didn't get the opportunities back in the days of the Romanian sniper. And it seems that Mr. Vampire has rose like a phoenix from those ashes.
Okay. Now, you know, fuck the wrestling balls.
Whoa.
And I think this comes into the anger that we've seen from Radu Bulat for a good number of months now. Like you said, frustrated at the world, and I think has become more and more aggressive to the point of including weapons into matches, going down the route of deathmatch wrestling, and just an overall step up of intensity and fury from the Mr. Vampire. And now we spill to the outside. You know that's where Radu Bulat feels at home.
Oh, the shackles are off of him now. Oh, and there's an example.
And something, let's talk about something. While Radu Bulat is in control, he is attacking William Valour, who's gone through some sort of a metamorphosis himself, now branding himself as the professional. I've known for a long time that William Valour wanted to focus on the wrestling. He felt like he needed to save everybody from the wrestling, and I think now he's realised that he wants to be just a professional wrestler. And on the flip side of that, we've got Axel the Klown, another person that's gone through a metamorphosis in PPW, going from someone that people would have assumed to be a villainous person is now one of the crowd favourites. Freaky Felicia getting involved. There's some hell of a hip attacks going into the uppercut, and a spear from the professional William Valour. So all three men in this match have gone through changes over the course of PPW.
Absolutely. But the interesting thing is, like, inside, that's who they were all along. They've finally been able to express themselves in ways they didn't get an opportunity to before, for whatever reasons.
I agree, and I think something that we do here at PPW is we try and enable people to be the best versions of themselves, and I think we're seeing best versions of themselves, and that was one big regal plex that landed Axel the Klown on his head. And again, now we're starting to see actually the influence of people that William Valour looks up to, such as William Regal. And Radu Bulat takes firm control there, a swift elbow, double knees in the corner, drops him down. You don't want to drop down for the extra double knees from Radu Bulat, a staple of Radu's arsenal here at PPW and across the professional wrestling world. And there's a diving knee to the back of the head of the professional from Radu Bulat. And now Axel the Klown in from behind, knocks him down twice. Up we come. He in control. Big fall away slam, but taking the time, distracted by the professional. Hang on a minute. It seems like William Valour speaking the language of Axel the Klown.
I was about to say.
And now here comes Freaky Felicia. Look, is this a trademarked powerbomb? Believe in the Freak Show. Do you get that reference there? I said believe in the Freak Show because it's a parody on the. Yeah, thank
Absolutely.
you. Oh, fists together. But now here we are for a double whip up, and all this is perfectly legal. And hang on a minute, Radu Bulat has flipped the stairs, and he's gone.
Not happy.
He's disappeared. And here we are with tag team offense from the Freak Show. You've got to wonder if we had a tiny little splash there from Axel the Klown. You've got to wonder how would the Freak Show fare in mixed gender matches, in intergender tag team matches.
Oh, absolutely.
You have to wonder that question.
I mean, I'm sure as the PPW ranks grow.
It's definitely something that I would like to see more of within the ranks of PPW. And here we go, Axel the Klown dropping the atomic drop. Takes the head. Here we come for the next snap. Oh, a big old neck crank there from Axel the Klown. Here's the cover. Just a 2 count. The professional keeps on fighting. And all of this is legal. Like Freaky Felicia getting involved because a triple threat match is a no DQ. There are no disqualifications because if someone gets disqualified, who's going to be the winner? And here we go, side effect into an Anaconda Vice. How long can William Valour hold on? Axel the Klown has been employing this for quite some time now, but there is Radu Bulat from the from behind, popping up out of the grave. Is that a kendo stick that he's got in hand? A kendo stick to the upper back of Axel the Clown.
I don't care how maniacal you are, a kendo stick's gonna hurt.
Straight to the midsection. Straight over the back. And that's not just bamboo sticks wrapped together with some gaffer tape. That is a real kendo stick. And you got to wonder. Oh, into the midsection. Quite low. Oh, straight across the neck that's already been cracked. And this is just a different side. And I think this is something. This is something that Radu has been wanting for a long time. He's sick
Mr.
of
Vampire. He's stopped waiting for his turn. He's taken his turn.
Absolutely, he's sick of the wrestling. He doesn't feel like it's paid him any justice. And now here we go, sharpshooter with a kendo stick wrapped in.
Using the
And that is the end of the match. What a vicious, vicious finish from Radu Bulat.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Mr. Vampire Radu Bulat.
Heavy on those feet. Banshee turns him, hooks him, down he goes. Big driver!
1, 2, 3,
And that
it's
is a
over.
coup.
We've got a new champion.
PPW 9. I walked in the challenger. It's the first man that I respect greatly. We went to war. And on that night, I proved that I had more passion, vision, and drive. And I walked out PPW Champion. And Jay, maybe sometime we can do that again. This is my title. This is my belt. This is my PPW Championship. I'm gonna walk in PPW Champion. I'm gonna walk out PPW Champion.
Moves onto it, driving backwards. Oh, Sandy caught in the mixes. Mysterious. I don't know.
That?
It's a mysterious man. Face covered up. Look at chair.
And Sandy Beaches can't see a thing.
Oh, it's Jim instead. He's laid it out. It's Jim Vertigo. Unbelievable. Is he going to go for the pin? It's all yours for the PPW Championship. And that is a match unbelievable.
Do I have your attention now? See, for the last 2 months, all I could think about is how I managed to kick out of everything I put you through. Fucking cyber kick, cyber driver, destroyer from the top. You name it, you kicked out of it. And then you made the most stupid decision you've ever made in your life. You didn't give me my rematch, no. You give it some old river dancing fool. So what I want is my rematch. PPW 11, Vertigo, Barker 2. I want a no DQ match. Falls count anywhere, anything goes. What do you say, Banshee? Don't be a coward.
You're back in PPW 11. You got it.
It's now time for the main event. It is for the PPW Championship. It is scheduled for one fall. Whoa. Introducing first, the wrestler on my left. He is the challenger. He's straight from the future, the Andromeda Galaxy in the year 2077. He is Vertigo! And his opponent, weighing 185 pounds, from Shangri-La, he is the PPW Champion. He is the Banshee!
Get a chair off him, Red.
And here we are in the main event. A culmination. Throws the chair recklessly, does Jay Vertigo. Ellis Barker, my apologies. The Banshee is out in hot pursuit. And this, Nick Mason, is a blood feud.
As soon as these two clock ties on each other, you could have cut the atmosphere with a knife.
This tension has built from the start of the PPW Championship to the exchange of the belt from Jay Vertigo to Ellis Barker, to the betrayal from Jay Vertigo, to now here we are throwing the Banshee into the wall. This is personal, Nick Mason, personal, biting.
I mean, the only reason Lee Thomas is here is to count the fall or mark the submission. No counts, no disqualification, anything goes.
And this has been requested, and this just hasn't been on the PPW shows. This has been at training. This has been low kick there. Falls in a headbutt. Does the Banshee falls in another headbutt? This has been a training. We couldn't keep them separated. We had to get them to come down on different days. It's been ridiculous, the amount of animosity between these two men here tonight. And this just isn't Ellis Barker. This is the MEB, the Banshee.
I mean, these guys are both so matched for styles. I mean, wouldn't you say? And
absolutely, these are two people that I would consider the top talents of PPW that are yet to get the notoriety that they deserve. Ellis Barker's been around for years and in various different forms, in various different guises. And a huge, high risk, low reward there with a plancha over the top rope and got met with a gut kick from Jay Vertigo.
And these guys wrestle throughout Britain, throughout the north, and promoters are scared of putting these two guys in the same locker room together as well.
Yeah, it's just been a case of this animosity for this belt. For really what it is, Nick, is that both men want to be the guy that is associated with PPW. Want to be, oh my God, please, Helen, watch out, please, Christ, watch out. Oh, huge chair to the head from the Banshee. Reckless intent there. Jay Vertigo, and also this is how much these guys know each other. Jay Vertigo going for a dive, and not just one chair but two chairs from the MEB. Jay Vertigo hitting those dives like we know he does, and Ellis Barker saw it coming, didn't just see it coming. He threw a chair right in the face of Jay Vertigo, the man from the future.
And they know each other so well. The Banshee, he knows it's going to take more than throwing that chair to take him down, and he's already set up for more. And I don't think I like where this is going. It's not going where I thought it was. What do you think is going to happen here, Liam?
I think we're going to get a bit of a sat-down slugfest. And I know a lot of the Banshee's influences. He loves some old school CZW, and you would see this in the ECW arena. You would see it in the CZW shows, and that is where Ellis Barker, the Banshee, takes a lot of his inspiration from. Not just from Mexican lucha libre, but from that hard-hitting, ultra-violent American style of pro wrestling.
Oh, he certainly looks at all from all angles.
And now, two men with two chairs, and this can only end one way, and that is violently. Oh, chairs together, reckless on the hands. And a low blow, but it's no DQ.
Again, all Lee Thomas can do is ask if he's okay.
I suppose the Banshee could quit. A vicious stomp. Wow, that was pinpoint from Jay Vertigo.
You know, he could lose hearing on his right side from that.
And little known fact about the Banshee Ellis Barker, he actually has some optical problems. He can't see particularly well for his left side, so already his vision is a little bit impaired. Never mind, you add the hearing into that, and the crowd firmly against Jay Vertigo. What a kick to the ribs.
No pun intended, but that'll give you vertigo.
Absolutely. And also, with this match, with it being no DQ, we have a 15-minute time limit for pretty much all matches here at PPW. That time limit is out of the window. This match can go as long as it needs to until we get to a finish. They requested that, and I gave it to them.
You know, the one thing about Jay Vertigo is, last show at PPW 10, we didn't know this side of him.
Wow, telegraphed that one. Banshee moving straight out of the way. Big chop lighting up the chest of Jay Vertigo there. Reversal coming through with that high back elbow for the cover, and that's only a 1 count. Just a 1 for one of the most vicious back elbows I've seen in a long time. And now the Banshee resorting to bites. I tell you what this is. Now, obviously, we are looking at quite a blood feud. We are looking at quite a lot of intent and violence between these two men. But this is also some of the best performance that I've seen out of both these men. The aggression is probably something that they needed to unlock within themselves.
And I'm sure it's got to worry you as well running the PPW Academy, because regardless, win, lose or draw, for either guys in this match, chances are it's not going to be resolved.
Do you know what? I don't know. I'm going to go against you there, Nick. I think that they're going to lay everything out on the line. Kicks that baking tray out. Big super kick straight to the mush. I think they're going to throw everything out on the line. And I think, right to the back of the head on the crown. A broken crown. I think they're going to put everything out on the line. I think they're going to give everything into this, and I think afterwards they're going to look at it and they're going to say the better man won, whoever that man might be.
I mean, you know these two better than anybody.
Do you know what it is, Nick? We are striving for the best here. We are striving to be the best in the country. And these two men have just gone and they want to be the best in the country. They want to prove themselves. And it is about this belt. And yes, it's become personal, but it's about this belt. It's about being the top guy here at PPW. And the Banshee showing no intent for himself, just smashing himself. And now smashes that even harder over the back of Jay Vertigo. There is weapons flying everywhere.
Jay Vertigo looks dazed.
Dazed and confused, and probably maybe not that confused, because he manages to move out of the way of that flying drop kick.
Instinct.
Laying in those stomps. There's something new that I've seen from Jay Vertigo during this match. I don't think I've ever seen him stomp someone so hard with so much intent.
I mean, his whole demeanor's changed from when I first saw him, from the first show I did at PPW 8. The guy's evolved, his demeanor's changed, he's got more attitude.
I've known Jay Vertigo for a number of years. Whoa! Drop kick to the head, and that was a ricochet off the head. I'm not sure that Banshee is totally with it here. But I've known just a 2 count there, and the crowd come up for the Banshee staying alive. I've known Jay Vertigo for a number of years under different guises, and he's always been somebody that had potential but never captured it. And I feel like this is some of the best work that we are seeing out of Jay Vertigo. And it's a shame that he's not out and around the country more, because truly he's a credit to this school, he's a credit to this facility, and he'd be a credit to any show that he's on. And that's not to underestimate the Banshee, who is also within that same realm.
I mean, he's...
A series of strikes there from the Banshee, maybe trying to change that momentum. Looking to send off. Here we go with a switch. big jumping knee there. This is back and forth action. It's unbelievable the pace that they've been going at. Oh.
That was a wasted opportunity. Oh.
I tell you what, from one extreme to the other. Puts the foot on him. Has a bit of a flex, maybe luring in the Banshee, thinking that he's not going to explode, and then a shooting star press from the ground. Unbelievable athleticism there from J Vertigo. The Banshee desperately needs something to change the momentum here. To the outside.
Yeah. I mean, the only people who know these two guys better than they know each other is you. You train these guys. At this point, what do you think the Banshee needs to do to get back into this?
He probably needs a little bit of luck. We can't really see what's going on here. It's a big kick falling into the crowd and the audience. J Vertigo is in full control here, and like you say, I do know these guys inside and out. We are blasted over the head. This is physical. This is a real physical match. Just the amount that they're throwing into each other, for the sake really of PPW, to say that they are number one here at Pursuit Pro Wrestling, and just a 2. Good Lord, this crowd coming alive for the Banshee. And he is feeling it. You can see it in his face. You can see it in his body. He's just clinging on to life. Look at that growl, that low growl from the Banshee. Here we go. Firing in, catches the kick. He's there for it. Throws it down. Big high knee.
He's got such a demonic look in his face as
Absolutely.
the Banshee.
And I think this is the change that he needed. Big evade, slides back through again to the outside. Classic MEB here, comes up to the top, flies over, kicks that hand out. Oh, Doug to get a big dive in line.
What an amazing display of knowledge of ring awareness from the Banshee with that one.
Underrated in his knowledge of where he is in the ring. I call him the MEB because we call him Main Event Banshee, because he is the main event of PPW on time and time again, and delivers time and time again. But I tell you what, J Vertigo has a claim for that. Steps up, looks for the monkey flip. Oh, throws the chair in with him as well. You got to think that ricocheted as they were going through the air. That, you know what, yes, we get hit with the top end of the chair, with the flat side of the chair, but the sides of the chair, the nooks and crannies, the bolts, hooks him through, drills him. I was just saying there, he might have got caught with the side of a chair. He definitely got caught with a canvas. That big slam, but just a 2.
Now, I know at the PPW Academy, you don't sit with trainees teaching them how to hit each other with chairs.
Absolutely
this
not.
This is all their imagination.
Absolutely. Sometimes it gets physical, and look, I try and make sure that we're doing the best wrestling possible, but sometimes it's got to come to this. If they want a no DQ, I'll give them a no DQ, and what they do in that ring is completely up to them. Cyber kick from J Vertigo, and the pace of this, while slowing down, has really not stopped. They have been going from the get-go. I don't even know how long we're into here, and I don't know really how they're both still standing.
I mean, the Banshee's taken a lot of shots to the head.
Cyber driver there as well. Surely that's the one. Just a kick out on the 2.
The Banshee's taken a lot of shots to the head, not just chairs, but punches and kicks, and he's still in it. He's still got a smile on his face. He enjoys it.
Still kicking. I think this is something that Banshee needed to tap into. As Ellis Barker, he's missing some intensity, some aggression. Up into the back. Oh, drills him down. Surely that must be the count. And just a 2. And the scream of the Banshee in disbelief. Both men hitting everything that they've got, giving everything that they've got in this match. And to be what? To be PPW Champion. And looking for his bag of tricks, usually carrying spray paint. And out comes a chain. The intent in this match has just been off the chain. Sorry, that was a terrible pun there and completely unintentional. Ducks the loaded fist.
He dropped the chain.
Hits the super kick.
And now the chain's in Jay Vertigo's hands.
He put a lot on the line there, bringing a weapon in, and unfortunately did not pay off. Oh, and a straight jab to the top of the head, loaded fist, and that might be the end of the Banshee. And just a rope break, and you got to wonder there, with the rope break comes a raise to the shoulder.
Do you think that would have been a different outcome if he put more into that cover?
Possibly. You know what? You're right. Maybe if Jay Vertigo put his weight down on the Banshee, pinned him in the middle of the ring, we'd have a new PPW champion. But he didn't. Maybe he was being lax. Maybe he just wants to inflict some more punishment. I'm not entirely sure what the mindset of Jay Vertigo is at the moment. We saw Ellis Barker coming out as a Banshee. He's evident in a change. Big European uppercut there. He's evident in the change of what he's expecting out of this match. But Jay Vertigo has progressively given more and more in this match. And now we go back to the outside again. Here's a chair into the leg.
Now this is a different side of the Banshee that we're seeing. What's different about the Banshee and Ellis Barker, the man who we're used to seeing?
Ellis Barker, technical wrestler, loves tying people into knots. I've been in the ring with him a couple of times, and he loves to pick out limbs and turn and twist them. We've seen no technical wrestling in this match. We've seen nothing of the sort here. Oh, big. Hold on a second. We saw this last time these two wrestled. He's going up to the top rope. Surely not. Surely not. Over to feet. Manages to land. Going for that top rope Canadian destroyer. Turns round. Blasts him with a chair.
There was no way that were going to end well.
Absolutely not. And unfortunately, the Banshee came out on the wrong side. He's coming up top. He's hooked him in. I'm not entirely sure on where we're going here. Coming up to the top rope. All the way. Oh, huge Spanish fly off the top rope. Oh my God! The nearest of 2 counts, and the crowd has come unglued. I've come unglued. That was incredible. That couldn't have been any closer.
The people are stood up in the PPW audience. They're on their feet. They can't believe what just happened.
That was unbelievable. Insane. Jay Vertigo throwing everything out on the line, and that is a bag of drawing pins. A bag of drawing pins being brought into the PPW facility.
I know Lee Thomas can't do anything right now, but I mean, he needs to think about maybe putting a stop before it goes too far.
Yeah, this isn't what I envisioned for this match. I sort of let them. I let them devise what they wanted to do, what they wanted to go in and do, and never in my wildest dreams would I have envisioned drawing pins laying in the centre of the ring here at PPW. Banshee turns it round, pulls him up into the air, onto shoulders. KBS driver into the pins! Unbelievable. He's got to capitalise on that. Whoa. He's got to capitalise on that. He's got to get in position. He's got to get this pin. Here it comes. 1, 2, 3, and that is the match. The winner. The winner of this blood feud after a hell of a KBS driver into the pins. The reigning PPW champion, Ellis Barker, a.k.a. the Banshee.